We are live now, by the way. We are live
Hey,
now.
what's up, homies? I mean, Sean Strickland will be the guy that's gonna come out and really say something, right? Like at a
Hmm.
press, like at these media days, like this was super bland almost.
Yeah. It's like when there's no spicy comments and shit, it makes it a bit boring.
Well, I think when there's not a person who has that personality to kind of like just always want to speak out
Hmm.
about anything, you just is kind of like what you get. Connor used to be kind of that guy, but now, we kind of see reserved Connor.
Right. There were a few clips from Connor. He was doing a complex interview and they had him rank the top 5 UFC or top 10 UFC fighters in history. So we
Mm,
went off a little bit and he's saying like I'm better than John Jones and shit
yeah, I
like that.
saw
I'll beat
that.
John. So that's kind of funny. But
Yeah.
yeah, just I feel like we should say it is that like I don't know. It's so weird. I don't know if it like what the hell kind of space we're in, but it happens a lot these days where like you have these sexy names on paper, but then like it doesn't translate fully to the excitement that like we almost want it to make. I feel like maybe because the fans know what the deal is. It's not prime McGregor, and so I think his return comes with a bit of an asterisk. It's not as
Oh
interesting because
yeah,
there's not as many talking
100%.
points.
A hundred
You
percent,
know,
a
like
hundred
like
percent.
when we hear him talking about fighting in Islam, I think in the back of everybody's mind we're like, oh, you're gonna get your ass beat. So it's less interesting. Versus with the Khabib, we were still interested at the point in time when that was taking place.
Well, he was in his prime, right?
Exactly, and it
He
was
was in his
potentially a winnable fight. There was a conversation to be had. Now there's like no conversation. If you think Connor beats Islam, you kind of sound stupid.
yeah. I
So
mean, this is one of those things. What's funny is like that water cooler talk.
yeah,
Someone told me he goes, and I thought about this. Like that's a very true point. Like imagine if Connor wins by decision.
yeah, that'll be crazy, won't it? Damn, motherfucker.
But like how like uneventful will that be?
It will
You'll be
be
like, oh,
uneventful.
huh?
It will be uneventful, but I had like some sauce on my fucking desk. This is why I don't eat at my desk. And I just swiped my mouse in it. So fucking give me 1 second. But yeah, or shit.
Oh,
We don't even need to fix it right now. I'll fix it later.
to be a bachelor.
To be a bachelor, right? No, I'm good. I'll just sit through it for now.
No, bro, go get like a napkin or something.
We're fine for now. We're fine. I don't want
All
to.
right.
We just started late. It's only been a couple minutes, so I don't
All
want
right.
to
All right.
disrupt the flow yet.
You'll muster through.
Yeah, I'll muster through. Um, But there is a decent beef brewing. Speaking about like lacklusterness, there's a beef between Bobby Green and Terrence McKinney.
Yeah, but then I just saw the Terrence McKinney media day,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Bro, I only kicked it with them one time."
Oh, is that what he said?
Yeah, he's like, I mean, yeah, we're gonna fight. Well, and I'm gonna get that paycheck. Like, okay,
I need to
what's the big
scope the
deal?
media day. I need to scope the media day because
Yeah,
Bobby makes it seem like they're actually pretty chill.
that's what he made it sound like. So I guess they were signed with Iridium
Yeah.
at one point, right? But they only hung out like one time, and then Terrence McKinney said he did put a post, and then um, Bobby Green reached out to him like, dude,
What's
like
the
we don't
big
really
deal?
want to
Media
fight each other.
day.
We're
I need to scope
brothers.
the media day
And
because Bobby
then
makes it seem
he
like they're.
said, take it down. So he took it down, but then he got the call that, hey, we're gonna fight. And then I guess he tried to reach out to Bobby Green. He didn't reach back out like in a timely manner. I guess he's like, all right, fuck it, let's fight.
Mm.
Like I liked his attitude. I like Terrence McKinney's attitude. Like, yeah, fuck it, let's fight. Why not?
So instead of kind of turning it down, Terrence was like, "Hey, like they want us to fight. I said yes. So I'm kind of cordially reaching out, letting you know before they let you know that I signed the bout." And Bobby still took that personal.
Yeah, and it sounded like he didn't really hear back from Bobby, so he
No,
thought like,
Bobby
hey, I
already
get
said. Bobby. I heard another interview. Bobby's like he sent me that text and I straight ghosted. Like he said it's up now basically when he sent
it,
me that
it's
text.
it's funny because you see two different perspectives.
Yeah.
You get one perspective who's taking animosity, and you get the other perspective like, hey, I'm gonna get paid. Let's go fight. Like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
what's up? What's the big deal?
Yeah.
So he's not even like, he's like low key like, bro, like, and
Yeah. I guess Bobby feels like Terrence was begging to be on the card because he wants to get some of that Conor McGregor hype. So I think the way Bobby sees it is Terrence was forcing his management, get me on this McGregor card. I want to fight on this McGregor card to give both sides, right? And
and let's run it.
no, but basically Bobby, the way Bobby sees it, Bobby's like, if you want to fight so bad on the McGregor card, you should have turned it down if it came at the expense of fighting me, your boy. That's the way Bobby sees it. So Bobby's mad at him because Bobby's like, if it was me and I said I want to fight on McGregor card and they said, okay, you fight Terrence, I would have said no. But Terrence wants to fight on the McGregor card so bad, he's willing to fight Bobby, his quote unquote friend.
Right.
Now, apparently they only kicked it once.
Right.
Now, I know they're both black, but I don't think that's enough. That's not enough.
That's not enough.
That's
no.
not enough. You know, Asian
we're
on Asian
brothers
crime, white on white crime.
Yeah, we're brothers in arms. We're brothers in arms, but I mean, hey,
but
we're both
that's not going to stop us from fighting each other.
Right.
Because you know what I mean? Like the same
like
race
I said,
ain't enough.
I was on, when I saw that Bobby Green clip, what was it, yesterday on John Anik?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, okay, damn. Like, I kind of was like feeding into what Bobby Green was saying. I was like, oh, damn, that's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's your boy? And here's McKinney's all like, bro, we kicked it one time.
If they kicked it one time, he's tripping.
That's like you and me. Okay, that's like me. Like, let's say when you and I met, right?
Yeah.
And then maybe I ran into you one time, but we haven't talked since.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know, whatever, they're gonna put like something on, and you now all of a sudden, like, I'm gonna go at you, and you're like, and then I say, hey, him and I were boys, bro. Like, why would he do that? And you're like, dude, I met him at that one event.
Yeah. If you kicked it multiple times, because you know you came to my crib one time, we went and got some pizza, so we kicked it multiple times. It's a little bit different, but
it is a little bit different.
Yeah, if we kicked it multiple times, I would say I'm Team Bobby. But if they really only did kick it once, you know, I guess shit.
Now, you know what? I'm Team McKinney just with his attitude and his demeanor. Like, he didn't even take it personal of what Bobby said. Like, he was so, like, lax about it. Like I don't see the big deal.
Yeah. Who you got in that?
Like, he took no personal, bro. Like, hey, let's go out there and fight. Let's see what happens.
Mm-hmm. I think that's going to benefit him when they
I think
scrap.
so, too. I think so, too, bro.
I think Terrence. I think I'm going to stick with Terrence.
I'm taking Terrence, too, after this.
Okay.
Just because of his youth, and I know he's not good after the story is he's not good after the first round, right?
Mm-hmm. Or we never even see it.
Right. Either he gets clipped or he's getting clipped or he's clipping. So I'm assuming, I think the UFC, remember when we said before, like, hey, the UFC was like, all right, Bobby Green, you want to speak up? We're going to give you somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Watch out.
They're talking about I keep hearing this conversation about Bobby being in some type of conversation for the BMF belt if he gets past Terrence this weekend. I've been hearing it more than once. It almost feels like it's there's some underlying like fix going on. Not the fact that Bobby's going to win, but I feel like people are telling media, hey, ask Bobby about potentially fighting for the BMF because if he wins this, you know, we might book him against Charles or something. Because if you listen to some of his other interviews, he keeps bringing up, like, you know, I want to fight Charles for the BMF. Like, I think I'm in that conversation. So we'll see. But I think it's fishy that he keeps talking about it.
I think him and the UFC have two different plans. Bobby has his plan and the UFC has his plan. And I think their plan is, we're going to see you get knocked out by Terrence McKinney. We're going to put you back in the doghouse. Don't be speaking out anymore after about talking about getting a bonus. You're gonna learn.
Oh wait, did he say something about a bonus?
Remember when he was in the cage last time? Like, hey, I didn't get a bonus, blah blah blah.
Uh-huh.
And then Dana, they asked him about it afterwards. Like, dude, like he's gotten his. He almost gave the attitude,
don't
like, bro.
They don't.
Yeah,
like
I was like,
it.
Bro, like, come on, dog. Like, we gave you a layup.
Yeah, the same shit happened with Taco Padilla. So there's a history of the UFC over the last like year or so. The fighters, I mean, it's kind of been talked about already, but for those who haven't heard about it, and to add to your point, the fighters who speak out about these bonuses in the octagon, about not getting it and complaining and being broke and shit, the UFC doesn't like that, and they do in fact kind of punish them for it by not rewarding bonuses. But you think they're going to take it a step further and say, okay, fine, you wanted to bitch and moan about that after we gave you a layup. Here, take this tough fight since you're not grateful.
Well, hey, and not only that, we predict, I think the matchmakers predict, that's why they think this is going to be fireworks, that he's going to knock out Bobby Green. Because they want to see a knockout. And we already know that. So he beat Jeremy Stevens last time. Are we excited about that?
No.
Okay, now he did beat Zellhuber. I give him credit for that one. Before that, he beat, and I'm a Bobby Green fan, but I see where the UFC is sitting on. Gibson Jr. was before that. So he got smashed by, who was it, Jalen Turner?
Mm-hmm.
This may be a Jalen Turner performance.
Well, let's see. I mean, I do think that the anger coming from Bobby and then like the just no care in the world coming from Terrence favors Terrence.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
he's youthful, bro. Like Terrence is like, what? He's 29, 30.
I think maybe it's gonna show like I think he's just gonna clip Bobby's chin. That's the way I'm seeing it. I think Bobby's gonna get one of these fluky like just
Hands down,
clip
Bobby.
knockout. Yeah, yeah. Hands
Hands
down
down,
Bobby.
Bobby.
Arrogant. Boom clipped. Boom
Right.
clipped. It's over with.
I see that. I see
Yeah.
that. That's how
So
I see it playing out.
we shall see.
I'm,
We
I'm
shall
taking
see.
the under on all of it.
Okay, the under.
Less than 2 rounds less.
Okay, I want to read a couple chats just to show a little bit
Oh, we
of
got some
love real
homies in the
quick.
chat.
Yeah, we got Max Energy saying, you know, day 107. Shit, shout out to the homie for always tuning in.
Oh, hashtag 107.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad. My N word. They
Be
want me
my,
to say it so bad. Every time I
my,
say
my
N word,
ninja. My ninja.
yeah, every time I say my N word, they're like, that's not what it means.
My
Say it.
ninja.
Arena already sold out there, says Jew. I mean, figures, it's a McGregor fight, right? Somebody say mustard, call me salt. So many good fights. What up, Franklin?
I like that. Shit, call me ketchup then.
Jew says Bobby don't like other black people.
That's funny. I don't know about that either.
I think if
because
anything,
you were
Terrence.
because Bobby was on the Buckley, you know.
Yeah.
But what's funny about Bobby, he's always about, hey, let's get paid. Come on, let's get paid.
But I think he might also be brother too. I think he wants to get paid, but he also does heavily weigh the brother aspect of things.
I see. I don't think he does. I'm gonna look at his last fights. I'm gonna see how many brothers he fought.
Okay.
How many ninjas he fought.
Let me just finish off these chats real quick. Tony says Terrence said he ain't gonna skip out fighting on a McGregor card. So yeah, see what I mean?
Why would you?
Bobby's get some new 6 shorts. Yeah, he did get some cool new shorts. Jew says Charles ruined it. They gotta strip Charles. Honestly, that could happen.
Charles Oliveira?
Yeah, Hokit versus Pereira for the new BMF.
Ooh, I love that.
The pimple will be popped. Who's the pimple? No idea.
No.
Anyway, we can continue kind of.
You have Saturday on this week?
No, I was going to get him on, but he's got a bit of a hectic schedule, so we couldn't.
All right.
We couldn't link up.
Couldn't muster that in.
We couldn't muster that in. We tried to today at 3 p.m. But
I'm feeling good today.
You're feeling good?
Yeah, I got a lot of energy for you today.
Okay, hell yeah. You know I love that. So okay, there are.
I just had my Mountain Dew.
Okay, hell yeah. I need some caffeine in me. But there's a few topics I kind of want to touch on. You know, we got the Dustin Poirier interview that came out. We could kind of talk about that. And also Sean Strickland saying Bud Light shouldn't drop DP. I think it's an interesting take that Strickland had, so we should discuss it.
I love his take, bro. I love his
because
take.
it's true.
It's so true.
It's so true. And how the fuck are you gonna act holier than thou when you're literally the producer of these bad habits and you bank off of these bad habits?
Oh, 100%.
But then the second this guy does something bad, it's like, oh no, we're better than that. You're not fucking better than that. You are that. You definitely are that. So
you're the epitome of that.
Right. So if the epitome. So I mean, we could just get into that now, but there's also a Nick Diaz update I need to get on. You know, we need to update the masses because there's a lot of like conflating details. So I need again, I'm the one who tells everybody what to really think about Nick Diaz, right? So I feel like I need to let everyone know. And then we can obviously do a bit of a preview for the card. We already kind of started on that. So, you know, maybe we should just finish off the preview, then go into those other 2 topics.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's just, I mean, it's 3:29, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like everybody was saying in the chat, it's a, you know, I'm a watch. I like I'm not, you know me, like I'm not on this whole Conor, you know, reunion tour.
Well, because he's not who he used to be, and I think that's what needs to be said.
Right. If he goes out here and he knocks out Max Holloway, what do we even do with him there? But this is for the casuals are going to line up for it. I think, you know, the people at your work that just happen to watch UFC when there's big fights, they're going to want to watch Conor come back. So it's not bad in that aspect. But, you know, the BSD, Patty, I really want to watch that. That, now I'm hyped.
That's a good fight right there. There's a lot at stake.
There's a lot at stake there. Like, Patty gets a win over BSD, we're back in the conversation. BSD gets a win over Patty, he's in the conversation. So the Corey Sandhagen versus Mario Batista, you know, ranked.
It's
The
another
Brandon
good fight.
Royval.
I'm looking forward to that one. That's a hard fight to pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna and let's get back to it. And then the Brandon Royval loner Kavanaugh. Man, something about Royval, just I don't trust him anymore.
Neither do I.
And Robert Whitaker prelims, crazy. Gable Stevenson prelims, I'm here for that. Tracy Cortez early prelims versus Wayne King. Wayne.
Wait. A couple other ones you just glossed over though is Cody versus
Yeah.
Yanez. That's a solid scrap right there. I like that one.
Which one?
Yanez versus Garbrandt.
Okay, so see, I'm not so who I would take Adrian all day.
Adrian all day, yeah. But
Yeah.
Adrian, I think coming back off of a little bit of a layoff, so this is almost a tune-up for Adrian.
Okay.
Oh no, it's not too much of a layoff, but he fought Ricky Simone to a draw in March.
Okay, so he's fought this year.
Yeah, so he's coming back against Cody. I
mean,
the scrap.
Cody.
I like the scrap.
Yeah, it's a good scrap because Cody's, he's been on his way down, right?
Yeah. And Yanez coming off of his last fight in March, he was coming off a 2-year layoff pretty much. He hadn't fought since 2024. So Yanez kind of getting back in that momentum. Good to see.
So maybe that's why I'm not so intrigued on it, because I'm like, Cody's on the way down. They're trying to get Adrian a little bit up. Like, all right.
There's not much conversation about them, but I think that their fighting styles will offer a good fight.
Okay.
Yeah, fly under the radar a little bit. Kai Kamaka, Luke Riley, by the way. Luke Riley is one of those young guys coming from Patty's team, and he's actually a pretty good scrapper. He made good on his UFC debut.
Oh, he's undefeated.
Yeah, and he's undefeated, and he's actually 2-0 in the UFC. So look out for this dude, because this dude is a straight scrapper.
Okay, that's what we want to get into.
Yeah,
that's what we want to
get into. Kai
Kamaka,
he's like a Hawaiian guy. He's on his second stint with the UFC. I don't think he's got the firepower for Luke Riley, but if Luke Riley gets a win over Kai Kamaka, it's a pretty good win. So that's what I'll say.
Do you see like a knockout, or?
I see a stoppage or a unanimous decision. I don't see the fight being close with Kai Kamaka. I don't think Kai Kamaka is technical enough. I think Luke Riley is a lot more of a skilled fighter.
And I think Luke Riley is kind of the staple of that next generation of an overall MMA fighter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Would you say that's true?
I would say so. And funny enough, his team is called Next Gen MMA.
Yeah. Yeah, because you've seen these guys, right? This new wave, this new generation of guys that have been like they're all around good.
Kai is the old wave.
Okay.
Kai is the old wave.
What about any other guys like that?
They say Damian Penis is a good fight, and then I know Cesar Almeida. This guy fought Alex Pereira in kickboxing, so he's a very good striker. Cesar Almeida. Maybe just this could be like I think this fight's gonna be a knockout, a quick fight. Penis versus Almeida, probably a stand-up battle, quick knockout somewhere along the line. Somewhere along the line. Penis.
Who? Penis, all right.
And then Farid Basharat, 15-0. Okay.
He got a new opponent, right?
Yeah, this dude's super skilled. Ethan Ewing got injured.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
OC Anaheim's own, Ethan Ewing got injured, so he's not in. John
this
Garza's stepping up.
But
wait.
Right,
I'll just inform you a little bit.
Okay.
It might be a KO. Okay. I'm not saying it might. It's
the setup.
Who knows, right? But I will just let you know this guy John Garza. Apparently, he's done decent on the regional scene. If we look at his resume,
see, I don't like that decent in the.
Well, he's done pretty good,
like
but
elite.
I say decent
because
I need
like elite.
Yeah, right. Okay, so he's got out of 6 wins, right? He's got 4 stoppages.
I just think what's happening is they're feeding him a dog, right? Ranked 15. Is Farid undefeated?
No.
He's 15-0.
Yeah, I think this guy's gonna lose. All I'm saying is that I guess he's not the worst ever. So here's what I'll try to say, right? You know how sometimes they sign a guy to just let him get his ass beat and they don't really give a fuck about his future?
Yeah.
I think that although this guy will most likely lose to Farid, I think he may have a future after this.
Okay,
so
that's respectable.
Yeah, I'll put it like that.
And looking at Farid's record, he's not some knockout specialist, so he'll probably get a unanimous decision and just show he's a class above him, and that this kid John, there's going to be more work to be done. You get to see what it looks like in here.
Yeah. It'll be something like, okay, let's see what he can do against a guy more his speed now.
Because think about it. They were trying to get Ewing, right?
Yeah.
Like this was his opportunity to get in the top 15. Like this was his chance. You get to fight a 15 guy. That fell through. Like, all right, who are we going to scramble and get? Okay, we got this guy that, he's looking good. It's a big step. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah. I will also just add one more because it's actually a pretty good card. So the Cody Durden versus Alessandro Costa. Cody Durden's a weird one, but like to me, like Cody Durden, it's hard to explain, but like the fight isn't about Cody Durden, right? Cody Durden is just like a nice other half to fights. If you're following me there. But this guy, Alessandro Costa, is the main reason we want to tune in. He's on his third fight this year, and he's that dude who got a viral liver shot knockout earlier this year against Stuart Nickley in April, right? Second round left hook to the liver knockout.
Yeah, I'm going deep in the weeds on this one. I like that.
Yeah, but and then he came because this is a guy who's actually doing really well this year, but he's flying under the radar. And that's why he's on this card even, because the UFC recognizes, because after April with that liver shot knockout, he returned in June, right? June 6th, he was back, knocked out Matt Schnell in the first round. So he's coming June 6th, he's literally a month removed from his last fight and he's already back. So this dude is super active. 1 month turnaround, coming off of 2 knockouts this year. One of the bigger knockouts with the left hook to the liver. That was a viral one on the card.
You think so? You think he can knock out Cody?
I think they're setting up Cody. You like talking about setups, right? This is setup. Cody Durden 7-8-1 in the UFC. The experiment has been run. Meanwhile, this dude is surging 4-3, turning around off of a month, layoff.
And you do
notice card of the year,
right? And do you notice it's like the matchmakers to kick off the card? Let's get a KO.
Mm-hmm.
How can we do that? Who do we got? Who can we put him against? All right, we see this playing out.
This dude Costa with the fucking sweet ass hands.
You know what I bet they do too? They were probably at a point where they put these matchmakers against in an AI algorithm and be like, hey, what are the chances if we put this fighter over this fighter that we're going to get a knockout in what round? I'm pretty sure it spits out an answer.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. Or they generated their own AI shit. Like they hired some fucking IT tech from college. Right. They're like, yo, can you make
some
analyst?
An analyst. Yeah.
And then worth mentioning too, this guy, Alessandro Costa, he's been through the ringer. So let me just kind of lay something out to you just to tell you the type of guy that he is, right? So on Contender Series in 2022, he got a win over an undefeated guy, but it was a split decision. So, the UFC didn't sign him. And so, coming off that win off Contender Series, he went back to the regional scene, got a first round knockout. Then the UFC signed him. But who'd they sign him to fight in his debut? Amir Albazi, who's pretty fucking good. So he lost that fight. And he also ended up fighting like Steve Erceg a couple fights later. Another title contender, right? He lost that. I'm just saying, though, his losses are to some of the, the top of the division.
Right.
That's who he's losing to, the top of the division. Cody Durden, I mean, is he even ranked? He might be.
No, he's not ranked.
Yeah, so there we go. This guy, he's not losing to Cody Durden, in my opinion. He's been through the ringer. He didn't get signed off Contender, right? That creates a dog in you. This is no favors. Debut, you get Albazi, no favors. Then you get Steve Erceg 2 fights later, 0 fucking favors, bro.
Right.
So I'm just saying, this guy, I think the no favors has probably created a dog, and that's why you see his last 2 fights being as crazy as they are. Because he's like, no, I can't be denied. I gotta fucking force their hand.
And he's paying his dues.
Yeah. So, shout out Alessandro Costa. I feel like I just showed him like an insane amount of love. He should watch this. Because all these guys, they always see when you hate on them, right? They always see when you hate on him. That's what I'm saying. He should watch that. That's a lot of love I just gave him, but it's all true. It's all true. He's doing good work, and I respect good work, bro. I respect good work, but I just talk shit when it needs to be done, and I don't really care.
Trying to get the chat up on my TV.
Okay. Now I just want to lay something out. I don't really got too much. I mean, I guess I can give you just some random picks if you want, but
well, let's just do this. You got Gable Stevenson winning this fight?
Yeah, but I fucking hate Gable. And I should take back the word hate, but I just, dislike the entitlement so much, bro. And then like this dude fucking walking around, I'm gonna show the world the new generation of heavyweight. Bro, shut your fucking mouth. Okay.
Hey, hey, homies, clip this shit.
You are like,
He's about to go on a good one.
this is like your fucking 5th career choice. Okay. You are straight up, if anyone's seen the SpongeBob episode, you straight up a football playing astronaut, guitar player in space. Like you just do everything. So don't fucking come over here after like you failed football, after you failed into the WWE. Okay, after you failed these 2 other things, went back to college wrestling, lost. Okay, now you chose MMA, and like I'm just supposed to believe that you have this whole theory in the back of your mind that you're gonna change the heavyweight division. You just fucking yapping. You just yapping. You acting like you're filling a role, and I don't fuck with it. I can't even respect it. You know, you fill in a fucking role. You know the one thing I hate the most, right? Is fucking fake disingenuousness. And this dude just fucking yapping, just straight talking to talk, just straight saying talking points, and it's just so disgusting. It's disgusting, to be honest with you. So
he's
I think
minus
he's gonna win.
2,500.
I think he's gonna win, but don't let this shit fool you that this guy has like put in this how do I say? If you were to talk to Gable Stevenson, he's gonna be like, yeah, this whole plan to be in the UFC has been an elaborate plan since I was in college. Not the fucking case. This dude hasn't even been. This dude's only been training MMA for like a year and a half.
Does he have any fights under his
heavyweight?
belt? Does he in like the regional scene? Does he have any fights?
He's got 3.
Three.
That doesn't.
Have they all been knockouts?
Yes, they're knockouts, but they don't, bro. It just does. It's just nothing.
I'm just wondering. I don't know.
You know, I know, and yeah. So it's like knockout in his debut, right? Another knockout, another knockout. You know, but it's like, okay, so this dude's a wrestler, right?
Yeah.
And he's knocking people out. This dude's a fucking idiot. Honestly, though, like, okay, let's see it then. Keep that same energy. I want you to try to knock out Tom Aspinall. Since you're so good with the hands, right? It's just like this pathetic ass shit. I don't know.
So you so you think shout out to Tuxedo and Franklin. So so this fight though, they're giving him a layup, right?
They're giving him a layup, but I just can't even contextualize it. The entitlement, and I just don't like this guy Gable Stevenson. I mean, because it's like they're giving you entitlement, right? And then you like respond by like hyping it up even more. I would like to hear a little bit of humbleness and be like, listen, I'm still new to the sport. I appreciate everybody's excitement about me, but I still got to prove myself too. You know, I'm looking at this from a real perspective. You know, I'm not going to say I could beat Tom Aspinall. I got respect. I just got here.
Okay, I see where you're coming
like
from.
That. Like I know everybody else is gonna hype him up, but he's gonna add to it and be like, I'm this new breed of heavyweight. I'm the new generation. No, you're fucking not. Shove it up your ass.
So we need to see.
Why don't you say something authentic so I can actually listen instead of turn this shit off?
All right. I mean, that's how I felt like about Josh Hogan, but then he kind of, came through.
Yeah, and shit. I don't know. I'm not ever gonna be on the Gable Stevenson bandwagon, though. I can probably tell you that right now.
All right.
I'm just not a fan.
If he comes out as Don Vato, you're not gonna be intrigued. I'm just kidding.
No, I just think that, like, to put it in the most simple term possible, Gable Stevenson, the biggest goofy phony since the last biggest goofy phony. Like he's the newest biggest goofy phony. Like if anyone really is gonna like this, I mean, bro, I haven't even touched on the fact that this guy got like SA charges.
Yeah, I know you told me that about
You know what I mean? Like I'm
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that doesn't have anything to do with it. But dudes who do SA, they fucking goofy anyway. You can tell.
Yeah,
you can tell.
Is that the one you said out that like was outside the club and some dude seen him, or is that a different one, a different event?
I think it might be a different event.
All right. Yeah, I think it was a different fighter.
But this, it's just.
All right. I follow you.
I should stop talking shit on him.
Nah, I mean.
All right. I'll stop
all right, Neat. You think Robert Whittaker can get a win in the light heavyweight?
Yeah, I think he beat Nikita Krylov.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, because he beat on Yoel Romero, and Yoel Romero's a big dude. So like, I don't think the jump in weight is gonna be that crazy. Because he's fought a physical specimen in Yoel. Real quick though, I just want to show Tuck some love. Yo, I'm calling it now. Screenshot this, Connor in 1. Thank you for the $2 dono, Tux. Much appreciated, homie.
1
is crazy. Franklin says,
Shout
shout
out
out
San
SA
Antonio
Spurs.
Spurs. Yeah, that's left field.
Well, SA.
San Antonio.
Yeah, but also sexual assault. Gable
Oh.
Steveson.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. No, but I mean, okay, so if I can just calm down, right?
Mhm.
I just want to ask you straight up. Do you find it annoying that like or not I won't put words in your mouth. I just want to know your opinion. What do you think of the fact that Gable, right? He finished college, he went into the NFL, he didn't make it. Like they cut him from the Bills. Then he tried his
Right.
hand in the WWE and they released him from that contract too.
Okay.
Then he went back to college because he had one more year of eligibility, right? He lost in the finals in the NCAA championships, which isn't that big of a deal. But like once he graduated from college, now he chose the UFC. Do you see how like the UFC is like his plan D?
Yeah,
Like
but
he
I
tried
mean,
three other things before he came over to the
yeah, but
UFC.
I mean, Josh Hogan kind of did the same thing too, though.
At least he made the fucking 49ers though.
Okay, there is that.
You
There is
know,
that.
at least
But
he
he
made the
knew,
49ers.
but he knew that it wasn't going to pan out. I think he got cut eventually,
Oh,
and
did
he
he
was
get
on.
cut?
Yeah, I think he was on a practice squad. So he knew like, hey, I'm not gonna be a starter.
Mm-hmm.
Because he would have stayed with the NFL, bro. So I mean, there's a lot of stories like this, right? I think what needs to happen is you got to get a win, right? The only reason why we're talking about Josh Hogan is because he's been able to get a win. He's been able to keep rising up. So
There was also no
that
entitlement with his UFC rise though.
okay, there's some of that. Okay,
Why don't we give what's his name Curtis Blades? I'd love to see that happen.
so I guess so. Here's the thing, right? Like I haven't watched Gable Stevenson enough to know that I don't have a temperature to say, oh yeah, he does talk like he's entitled. I'm gonna go back and watch the media day though. I'll see his
Okay.
tone.
Yeah. Check out his tone. He definitely speaks. You know, the thing is he's just trying to fill the role that everyone is casting upon him. He's a fucking
Yeah.
that's some pussy shit though. Like it's actually pretty spineless too because this is something that a lot of fighters know not to do. You know, you do not fall into the role that the fucking media is trying to put you in. That's how you get got so fucking quick. Like think about it. That this is the type of thing the media will try to do. Like, hey, so who's next after this fight? You know,
Yeah,
you're gonna
yeah.
fight Volkanovski after this fight, and it's up to the
Right.
fighter to say, "Listen, man, I got a tough task ahead of me.
Yeah.
I don't even know if
Pump
I
the
could beat
brakes.
this guy Saturday
Yeah,
night.
pump the brakes.
Obviously, I'm
Right.
confident, but I'm not even gonna say. I'm not speaking as if this is a foregone conclusion. I got to get past this guy. I'm not overlooking this dude." And you
Right.
don't hear Gable correcting that. You don't hear Gable saying, "I'm still new. What are you guys doing putting me in the conversation of the next generation of heavyweight? I'm still new. I haven't even shown that I'm a new breed. How can we even speak about this?"
Right.
Instead, he's like, "Oh no, I'm gonna show you guys. I'm the new breed." And it's like, okay, yeah, show us, please. Can we give you Curtis Blades next? Like, can we just speed run this fucking trial? Since you want to be disingenuous, right? This is what I love though. And
Hey, but what happens if he beats Curtis?
well, then that's fine. That's fine.
Right.
But since you want to be disingenuous, then let me believe you. Then let me believe you. You want to speak like, okay, so what the fuck you doing fighting this guy Aisha? You're the next generation. Who the fuck is Aisha? So this is what I want. I want you to go ahead and fight fucking, Curtis Blades next.
Jew, I ain't dancing, bro. Not happening, doggy.
Today's my B-day. Can MTK dance for me, but don't look at me in the eye while you dance? Shit, it's my
Hell
birthday on
no.
Tuesday, Jew. Happy
Hell
birthday,
no.
homie. Happy
Hell
birthday.
no.
No, but and
I'll do a push-up for you, but I ain't dancing.
wait, I just want to make this case clear because I always, the thing is like, yeah, I bitch and moan, but at least I keep it real. Okay, and I keep it consistent. What is this the equivalent to, right? The same thing as Jake Paul selling a narrative that he stood a chance against Anthony Joshua.
Mm-hmm.
And then after getting knocked out by Joshua, he goes ahead and spins it and it's like, "Oh, all the respect to Jake Paul. He had the balls to step in there against a guy so much bigger, better, and tougher than him." Well, I thought that the narrative that was sold the whole time is that AJ isn't bigger, better, and tougher than him. That these guys are equals. So why the fuck am I giving Jake unnecessary praise? He proved that they're not equals. He proved that he fucking lied to everybody's face. Lied through his teeth in the buildup. And that's what I want to call out. Not fucking, "Oh, he had balls." No, you're a fucking idiot. I'll step in there for 17 million too. You fucking, like, you're not even dumb. You're just kind of smart in that sense. I'll step in there for 17 million. I don't give a fuck. I'll take a
Right.
worser ass beating. I'll really get my jaw broke. Because this dude didn't.
Oh,
This
he
dude
didn't?
didn't get his wire. No, he didn't. He didn't get his jaw wired shut.
Oh, okay.
And that one dude, Jimmy Flick, or whoever, remember that skater dude? That
Nuh-uh.
skater, Marwan Rahiki, who knocked that motherfucker out with the broken jaw.
Nope.
Recently,
anyway.
Marwan Rahiki, Australian guy, beat the shit out of this dude, cracked his jaw. The guy didn't even drop. He finished the round. And then in between rounds, he's like, bro, my jaw is fucked. I cannot continue.
Okay, yeah, I think I do remember
Right?
that.
Jake Paul's a fucking pussy. And like, this is the same thing though with Gable Steveson. And that's what I want to say about why I brought up Jake Paul. Because that's why I don't like Jake Paul. Because you lied to the people and then you didn't show what you lied about. And I feel the same thing happening with Gable right now. I think he's lying to the people. Okay. And I can't wait for him to fucking lose since he wants to lie to the people. Okay. I believe you then. Gable, you're the new generation. Let me believe you then. You want to say all this stupid ass shit. I believe you. You're the new generation.
Perry Royd raging again.
Yeah, so let me keep roid raging because I'm not done. You know, you the new
hey,
generation.
Clip this, boys. Clip this.
You the new generation, Gable. Let's throw you to the top. Let's throw you to the top. You want to talk like that? Then let's just run it. Let's just run it. Oh wait,
Hey,
you're not that way.
Is there something to be said to let's just say this lineup without you knowing how Hoke got there? Give Gable Steveson Curtis Blades and then give him Derek Lewis. And then let's put him in the top 5.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
But
let's give him somebody else other than Derek Lewis because Derek Lewis washed now.
But all I'm saying is like Josh Hoke got 2 guys on the back end.
To some degree, but he had a nice war with Curtis Blades.
He had a great war with Curtis. I can't take that away. And he finished Derek Lewis. I can't take that away. But we've seen Derek Lewis anyway. I'm getting off subject here.
No, but I want
to see Hoke get a real fight.
Okay, and that's
not to say that Curtis Blade wasn't a real fight because that actually was a dog fight. I have to agree. It wasn't. You earned my respect on this. So
let's take Derek Lewis out of the conversation. But I haven't really brought up Derek Lewis myself, and there's a reason because I know deep down Derek Lewis kind of washed now. Okay, but even that, bro, Gable would have a hard time. And I want to contextualize what you just said. As far as Curtis Blades, right? You say like Curtis Blades still on the back end and Josh Hoke was given Curtis Blades. Bro, Gable Steveson is not a fully developed fighter. Like, he's not a fully developed fighter. He can't even beat Curtis Blades. So just even understand that. Like, like Gable Steveson is not a complete fighter. How can you be a complete fighter if you've been training for a year and a half?
Would you compare him to like what Bo Nickel was 2 years ago?
Okay. Less.
But Bo Nickel was a little bit more humble. He'd be like, hey, I'm still trying to get
humble with it. And he at least did Contender Series. 2 fights on Contender. 2 fights on Contender. Gable hasn't even done Contender. He's just signed now.
And didn't John Jones kind of give his stamp of approval on him?
Yeah, and it's like,
so I think that helped him, right? That helped him a little bit.
You know, that's what I would say is
Harry is the angriest pothead I've ever seen.
Shout out to Tux. Tux missed me. I've been gone for 2 days. I've been gone for 2 days.
Remind me what city you're from, bro. I'm gonna start remembering where all you guys are from.
Yeah, shout out to Tux for the $2 donos, homie. Much appreciated. Let's read a couple chats.
2 for 2.
Heard Gable graped somebody. What's up with that? I mean, I don't know, but I guess they changed the law to where like if the girl was intoxicated, he could do whatever he wants. What do you think about that? That's what they did. That's a story.
What? Say that one more time.
So some girl accused Gable of like SA, and then like the state changed the law to where like if a girl is intoxicated at the time that she claims SA, it's consensual. So Gable got away with it, and that law wasn't in place before the case happened. You know, they switched the law changed amid this case.
I'll tell this to anybody. Let that happen to your sister and come talk to me.
So yeah, I just want to ask you straight up: is it consensual if a woman you love claims SA? You know what I mean? Because she was drunk, is that consensual to you or no?
No.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a colorful situation, but to make a blanket statement and say any woman who's intoxicated is not sexually assaulted is crazy.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So shout out to Gable. I mean, Gable could be the new generation. Heavyweights suck.
Conor was asked, about, his name being tarnished. He doubled down pretty hard. I have to admit, he doubled down pretty hard.
What'd he say?
Basically said like, hey, you know, the Lord knows the truth
About what?
about what really happened,
W- Uh, what?
about him sexually assaulting that girl.
Oh, Connor and the lady.
Yeah.
I don't really hold it against him. I think we have talked about this in the past,
Yeah, we have.
and it's just a really weird one because that girl had a boyfriend and stuff, and like, what are you doing spending a night with Connor? You know, and
Yeah.
it gives fishy because like I think that with that girl
But my thing
situation,
is, he's been accused more than once, though, right?
well, he gets accused for weird things, like going into a bathroom with a girl, and then that girl's like, "Oh my god, he essayed me in the bathroom."
Mhm.
To be honest with you, you know how I said guys are, you can tell like fucking goofballs. Like usually these dudes who essay, they goofballs. Like you really think? I mean, you know, you don't got to answer this, right?
Yeah.
But I'll just put it like this: Connor doesn't give me fucking
Goofy.
he don't got no issue getting puss,
Right,
and
right,
his
right.
wife doesn't care either. So like there's really like, you know, I could see Connor paying for puss before he takes it from some girl who's not consensual. You
Yeah.
know, like he could
Yeah.
step out on his wife. His wife will stay with him, so he doesn't even have to sleep out in secrecy. So like, I mean, it doesn't make all like I personally think that that girl went home to her boyfriend and then like made up a bit of a story so that her boyfriend wouldn't leave her, and she's like, you know, they raped me. But again,
Yeah, I guess
I'm giving a
one of
theory. I'm giving a theory.
yeah, no, I get it. I get it. You know, but like I said, he doubled down pretty hard on that. I mean, like his response was very in his like, I am innocent.
Yeah.
The way he doubled down, like that's a lot to take in. Like, hey, if you really are religious and you're like, hey, you know, only God knows, like if you're claiming you're that religious and then you say claims like that, you know, wow, that's almost like blasphemy. You know what I mean?
If
So
you're
like
lying, that'd be even crazier.
exactly, that's what
Yeah.
I mean. Like, so I mean, hey, he sold me on that part.
Yeah.
I don't know how good his relationship is with the Lord, but hey,
And I guess there's no way of telling, you know,
right.
only he knows. Only he knows. So I really shouldn't stick up for him too much. But Connor is not
Connor's
a
not a
grapplerist. If you catch my drift, shout out to
Tuxedo
Tuxedo.
over here got like an open mic right now, bro. We got he's putting out some fire.
Shout out to Tuxedo $2 dono.
Hey,
Also,
Tux,
C Blue
remind me,
says,
hey, drop your city, bro.
yeah. Oh, Tux is from I think he said Texas or like San Antonio. C Blue
Texas.
says DL Derek Lewis has the most knockouts in the UFC, so he is dangerous, but he's 4-7 in his last 11. Blades is a solid heavyweight. Heavyweight is not very deep at the moment. Don't give a fuck. With that being said, Gable Stevenson. What you think? Gable Stevenson gonna make the division deeper? This is my thing though.
I
Like,
mean,
okay,
he's more
heavyweight not that
youthful.
good. Let
He's
me.
more youthful.
Okay, yeah, but heavyweight not that good, right? Then this is gonna make my point even greater.
Right.
Heavyweight not that good, right? So Gable should have no problem making it to the top, right? Okay, let's find out. Can we please find out? Can we please speed run
Well,
this
hold on.
shit?
They got to give him a. They have to give him a warm up fight, right? They're gonna give him another
Says
warm up
who?
fight.
He's the new generation of a heavyweight. This is my thing. This is
I
my
see what you're saying.
thing. You know,
Right.
he's the
Just put
new
him all.
He's the
Hey,
new
just put him
generation.
right in.
Right.
Just put him right in.
He's the new generation of heavyweight. Yet they're signing some guy who hasn't even debuted yet. You're the new generation, homie. Did they sign a new guy to the UFC to fight Josh Hogan in his debut? Yes or no?
I don't think
We
so.
don't even gotta look. I know they didn't. You know, like I actually, so I don't look like an asshole, or maybe I'll make myself look like an asshole. Let's actually find out. You know? But this is what I'm saying. This is my point exactly.
I see blue. I mean, that's true. That is true.
Okay, this guy Jimenez, Max Jimenez.
In Tuxedo, what are you from Texas?
They
or
did
what,
sign a guy.
They did?
They did sign a debutant for Hogan in his debut. They did. So I look like an asshole. But that's okay. That's okay.
Well, because Josh Hogan has now proved himself.
And Josh Hogan wasn't some fucking next generation heavyweight when he got signed. You know, Gable's getting more hype, so give him a tougher opponent.
All right, let's go to the next fight.
We've been going crazy on just that one fight, huh?
Well, you have.
Maybe we should speed run
I
through
just
it
stood in
now.
the back. I was like, all right.
It just had to get
Just
off my chest, but maybe we should
just
speed
sit.
run through it a little bit, or what?
All right. Well, we kind of went through this. King Green versus Terrence McKinney. I think we both got McKinney.
Yeah, let's skip. We already did
Um,
it, so it's not a real skip, but just rewind to the
right.
beginning.
Brandon Royval versus Loner Kavanaugh.
I'm gonna go loner. I just don't really trust. Oh, actually,
Well, I'm
here,
gonna go Loner all day,
here's the
bro.
weird thing, right? Here's the weird thing. I'll take Royval on this one.
You're gonna take Roybal?
Yeah, what's up with you?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, because I don't really trust Royval, right? But styles make fights, and this dude's a button masher. And
See, look at this. This is where I'm at. In my opinion, Loner is that new wave.
yeah, I think he's gonna have a hard time getting past Royval's range, though. I think Loner is good. I think it's just a tough style matchup because, bro, Royval doesn't stop fucking spamming strikes,
That's true.
and he's
That's
got the
true.
range on him, and I think it's gonna be tough
It's
because
60. It's 68 versus 67. I mean, for
yeah,
range.
the
So I
height.
mean,
Okay, so the reach is 68 versus 67, but what's the
yeah.
height difference? How tall Royval? How tall is Kavanaugh?
Let's
Because
see.
Royval got the kicks too. Remember that he got a lot of
He
kicks.
does
Remember how he fought Brandon Moreno? He just
5'9"
spammed
versus 5'8".
5'9" versus 5'8". Okay, so it's not that different. I mean,
Not
if
that
that's
different.
really the case,
I honestly, bro, I think
I'll
they
go
know
Kavanaugh then.
Brandon.
If it's not that big of a height difference, I'll go Kavanaugh.
He said, "I'm in Texas, for real, dead ass though, no cap on stack on this stack." Yeah, see, to me, it's just Kavanaugh. To me, he is that new wave, and Brandon Royval has kind of been that old wave, and he's on that way down, bro. He's been losing. I'm a big Brandon Royval fan. I just think I'm at a point where it's like I can't bet my money on him anymore. Like
No, I feel
he's
you.
Cape Van. Um, those were tough losses.
I'm gonna go Loner Kavanaugh as well.
He got knocked out by Cape, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Loner Kavanaugh.
And this is a fight Brandon Royval needs.
And
You know what
also,
I
I
mean?
think
Like
that the game plan is out on Brandon.
the
You land a
spamming,
big
like
shot on him. Like you let him spam, and then you
yeah.
counter him with a big shot. You know he's gonna come out here and just throw like 20 strikes. Just stay locked in, slip it, boom, drop him, and you just won the round.
And I think Kavanaugh has some hands on him.
No, he does. You know Kavanaugh, Cop, Van. These are some of the best hands in the division right now
Yeah.
at flyweight.
And he's just young, new wave, bro. That new wave. And he just beat Brandon Moreno, so his confidence has to be a little bit higher, right?
Mm-hmm.
He did get knocked. That's funny. Charles Johnson knocked him out. Charles Johnson knocks out these newcomers, but can't go and handle business with like OGs.
Yeah. Charles Johnson is so. Can we just read Charles Johnson's Twitter real quick?
Sure.
Like this guy.
I mean, I'm a fan. It's not that I'm not a fan. It's just
Wait,
at the end of the day, you got to the results.
Yeah, let me.
And here's the thing: every time Charles Johnson gets into that top 15, he takes a step back.
Charles, you like Charles still or no?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where Father Time, right, is undefeated. We're getting to that point. B, every time you keep on, you take one step forward to go two step backwards with these losses.
Mm-hmm.
You beat the actual champ, and then you knock him out, and then you lose to a guy that you probably should have won that first round, but instead you kind of for whatever reason didn't win that first round, didn't win the second round, and then lost the third round, and then you kind of get back to like I'm not even ranked anymore. So I mean, he's gonna have to go on a crazy run to get a chance at the belt, and I don't think age is on his side to do that. And we're getting off topic because he's not even fighting on this card.
Mm-hmm. No, and I just want to and that's a good breakdown of Charles Johnson for sure. That is, and I agree with you. But what I don't like, what just annoys me, is Charles Johnson's just like,
What up, Jack?
Like he's so I gotta just be honest about it. He's so narcissistic. Like this tweet, he goes, "I can't get enough of pushing myself to see things through and become my best. See y'all soon." It's just like you just
But what
think
do
you're
you?
so much harder of a worker than everyone else, don't you?
But what are you supposed to say? One of those things, bro. I believe he is a hard worker. I believe
But
that
you're
he
no
is
different than anyone else, bro.
true.
You're not harder worker than anyone else. And it's like we could all in my this is my thing. I'll be a hater. I'll admit I'm hating. But my thing honestly is like shit. I can't get enough of pushing myself through too.
Yeah.
Like we all be working hard, bro. You can't get and then there's more though. There's more. Let me just keep reading some.
Tuck just asked top 3 in your blunt rotation. I'm gonna give mine to. I gotta give it to Rampage. He'd get a puff.
Okay.
John Jones. I gotta give John Jones a puff. And I gotta give one to Strickland.
Yeah, okay. Charles goes, gee, what he's writing a message to himself here. This is that corny ass shit I'm talking about. Message to yourself, I'm already fucking tuned out. So he hits himself with the G. He calls himself
you're like you had me at Mets and I'm done.
He calling himself G.
This was Barry. I'm done. I'm
Yeah.
done. I'm done.
Where the fuck MTK going? I need to read him this shit. All right, let me read this to you though. The message Charles wrote to himself. G. One day you'll look back at all you've accomplished and risked for the sake of family. The goal is to never regret any decision and operate with utmost integrity, chasing your own goals. I'm proud of myself and working to catch up to that vision of a UFC championship. It's just like, bro, keep it to yourself, man.
Yeah, that is vicious. Damn.
Keep that shit to yourself. I ain't worried about it. Shit, I didn't ask,
That's crazy.
Like it's like
tell me how you really feel, bro. Tell me how you really feel.
He's just always crying.
Always
Someone says let me read more.
Barry punches on
Okay, one more. Here,
always.
wait, one more. Okay.
All right, well, I'm here.
Charles Johnson says after his loss, he goes, to the haters, I told my wife I'll cut the skillet off if I can find the dopest head tattooer in the world to create something with me. Until then, the skillet flows. Bro, who are you? Who are you to get the dopest head tattooer in the world? In the world. This guy thinks he can capture the greatest head tattooer in the world because he's Charles Johnson. Listen, the greatest head tattooer in the world probably don't even want to touch your fucking bald head. All right? And like, who the fuck are you? Like, who the fuck are you? Should I say the same shit? Like, who the fuck are you? Do you think you're Conor McGregor or something? I don't know that the greatest head tattooer in the world is chomping at the bit to give you a free ass tattoo because you fight in the UFC. This is what I mean though when I say I have UFC fighter derangement syndrome. You ain't shit because you're in the UFC. Oh my god, I need the best head tattooer. It's like, oh my gosh. I need the best head tattooer in the world because I'm so special. I'm Charles Energy Johnson.
This guy hates Charles Johnson. Shout out to Law Reigns.
It's just like the craziest shit to me.
Today.
It's the craziest shit to me.
Oh man.
It's the craziest shit to me. And then this is the same guy who basically when in his last fight, when he got that fucking Suluev stretch done on him, if you look at the zoom in, he's basically crying like, oh, come on, man. You're really going to do me like this? Yeah, he's going to do you like this. Stop it.
Oh,
But it's so funny. Like, he wanted that dude he truly in his heart, I feel like wanted that dude to pity, not do him dirty like that, to not embarrass him in front of millions of people.
But you know what's the crazy part? You know what's going to happen?
Huh.
They're going to give him another fight. He's going to get a win.
And then he's going to lose again.
Yes. He's going to get a chance to get back in the top 15. We're going to go through this vicious cycle. At the end of the day, for me, just keep getting paid, keep supporting your family, and keep, being a good, role model.
He ain't no role model.
Hey, so who's your top 3 blunt rotation?
Top 3
Tuxedo.
blunt rotation?
Tuxedo had, okay, rate this one. He had Bryce Mitchell,
okay,
Paulo Costa, and I think Nate Diaz.
Honestly, that's some of the best. I'll go Nate.
That makes sense. Now I'm thinking about that makes sense.
I'll go Nate.
Because we know he smokes.
I'll go Connor.
Okay. I like that.
And then I'll go Bryce Mitchell. I would like to put Strickland in there, but Strickland is just gonna make it uncomfortable because his ego's big at some points, and it's like you're gonna ruin my high.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't think about that.
Strickland's gonna try to fight somebody and not have love in his heart, and it's gonna ruin everybody's high. But Bryce Mitchell ain't ruined no one's high.
Okay.
Yeah.
Max Holloway would be a good one.
Max Holloway would be good, but I don't think he really not a smoker at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You would think too down in like Hawaii.
Yeah. But it's his upbringing. His parents were drug addicts, so he's like, really.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, I can't think of anybody else.
Jack Burdine says, "Bro is cooking Charles Johnson." G says Perry on one today.
I know Bobby Green's a big smoker. Oh, you know what? You know what would be a good rotation? Bobby Green, Taco Badilla, big smokers.
Oh yeah, both Bobby of them Green, big. Taco Badilla.
Those they wouldn't pass the blunt back. Yeah. He'd probably be like, "Hey, go roll your own."
I actually wouldn't want to smoke with Bobby because Bobby I don't like the people who take over the whole conversation, right? Like we got to be chill and have a cool conversation. Bobby gonna take over the whole thing. So, but I'd invite Taco to the blunt rotation.
Taco Bar be hella chill.
People who can like ebb and flow.
Yeah.
Not take over the whole thing.
Yeah. Do you think Brandon Schaub smokes?
Yeah.
I'd smoke with Brandon Schaub for sure. He seems hella chill.
Yeah, Brandon Schaub, he's kind of funny. I think Brandon Schaub gets a bad rap.
He'd probably give you some good stories.
Yeah. At least he knows how to conversate.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Some people don't know how to conversate, though. Lorraine says, Perry, top one blunt rotation for sure, Charles Johnson.
Perry's not even passing the blunt to Charles.
Yeah, I'm skipping Charles. I'm going right over him.
Damn.
Juice says, bro, been cooking Johnson for like the past 2 years. I was cooking him for a hot minute, wasn't I? Shit, we haven't even got on any of the other topics. Wait, we need to.
I'm trying to think. Who are your top like guys that you just like despise? I don't think you despise Charles Johnson, but for whatever reason, it's the other guy that fought Buck. Oh yeah, you know, not a Sean Brady guy. Do not bring up Sean Brady.
Gable Steveson.
Okay, and who's your third one?
Charles Johnson's getting up there, man.
Oh, okay,
bro.
He's in that third spot. He's in that third spot.
Yeah, like okay, this is the goofy ass shit though, right? This is the goofy ass shit. Charles goes online after his loss, and he's like frustrating, and then he starts explaining it, like all these paragraphs.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You're such a puss. Like fucking eat it. Eat the loss. Sit there. Don't say shit. Take all the shit talk. Just eat the loss like a man. Just eat it, bro. Just eat that shit. And sit there and take it. You know? Like, quit explaining it. Quit trying to make it better. You know, it's not better. It's not going to be better. We don't want the explanation.
All right.
You know?
All right.
Be like Buck in this case. Sit back, you know, take your L like a man. You know, take the lick and come back better, man. But shit, all this fucking self-validation through X, I don't know what the fuck it is. You know? It's like
I mean, I get your point though. I will say
all this self-validation through X, all these paragraphs on the story. Just fucking get lost, bro. You made a mistake. You lost.
You know. Funny thing about X, we're still suspended. Never. I don't think we're ever getting it back.
Accounts back. Like Red Corner got it back. Champ Rounds. I think you had to file an appeal. Did you?
I did.
And they didn't get back.
They're silent.
Damn.
Crickets.
Well, I've been locked out of my email, and that's a fucking disaster because all my shit's attached to my email.
Ooh. How do you get locked out of your email?
Bro, I got locked out of both of my emails.
How is that even possible?
Because so I got locked out of one because I forgot the password.
Gmail?
Or Yahoo.
Yahoo.
And then like I got locked out of the other one and I forgot that password. So now I can't recover either one of them. Because each email, like when I try to recover the password now, right? I try to recover the password and it says, okay, we sent a confirmation email to this other like recovery email.
The one that you're out.
And I'm locked out of that one too. So now I gotta call customer service and be like, yo, can you somehow like let me reset this password?
You're in the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, and I got a lease agreement that they just sent through, like the
No, you
association.
didn't. No,
And they're
you
like, yo, we
didn't.
sent that to your email. I'm like, shit, I don't got that email. Like, I gotta give you guys my new one. So that's what I'm faced with.
Damn.
But okay, I'm obviously taking Max Holloway, and I just want to say this. Well, and if anyone wants to know too, it's so hard, bro. It's such a hard one. I'm gonna take Mario Bautista though.
Versus over Corey.
Except it's so hard. I think honestly I'm gonna lean with Corey. It's one of these weird styles make fights. I'm gonna lean Corey. I'm taking Patty. And then Max, I just want to say it to you guys for the one time for everybody for this stream to get my take. Max is beating Conor, bro, based off of science. Okay, you don't get to not put in the work for 6 years. Come back and train. Even let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say Conor been training since Christmas. 7 months ain't gonna cut it. Max been fighting, going back-to-back camps against the best in the world. Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje, Ilia Topuria. All right, this dude's going back-to-back against the best in the world. Okay, so there's just scientifically speaking, you cannot come back for 7 months after taking 5-6 years off, taking juice, having a steel shin rod in your leg.
Taking juice.
Court cases, you're not training. You're not training. You're running off of that like iOS 4. You know what I'm saying? Max Holloway on that iOS 7. The brand new software update. He running off that new firmware.
Right.
You've been
but
so many court cases, you haven't even been able to keep up.
And Max Holloway is favored, so
yeah, but I'm just telling everyone, based off of science, there's just no fucking way. You cannot. It's gonna get MMA is broken if Conor wins. And obviously he can win.
Sure.
But allow me to speak in hyperbole. MMA is broken if Conor wins. I'm trying to elaborate the point that it's the importance of consistent work in martial arts. That trumps everything. Consistent work in martial arts, real work in martial arts, that's what pays dividends. Not moving up to 170, not, oh, I'm more rested. I haven't taken as much damage. Like I said, rest schmest, bro. Rest schmest. It ain't about that. It's about the work. It's about the work. And Max put in more work. He put in more work. So we're going to see.
Respect that. I respect that.
Yeah, so I'm rocking Max. Now, who you rocking with on those last three?
No, I'm gonna go with Max. And I'm gonna go with Patty. And I'm gonna take the question is, can like Corey Sandhagen outstrike Mario Batista? I think he can.
And can he stop Mario's takedowns? And I think he can.
Yeah, I think he can too.
I think Mario's going to be fucked, and that's why I'm picking Corey, because Corey's a better striker than Mario. Mario's going to try to take him down, and I don't think Mario's that good of a wrestler. Compared to the Merabs and the Umars,
I think Corey has more volume.
He's a way better striker.
I think Mario's more like technical almost. Like he's just picking the shots.
I'll tell you the difference, right? Corey can create striking. He's an artist in there with the striking. Mario is doing what he's taught.
Okay.
Mario's in there like 1-2, slip 2, like he's real like
technical,
real fundamental
very technical.
with it.
Yeah,
Corey
very fundamental.
is actually creating in there.
A lot of action.
He's creating
a lot of movement.
He makes openings. Corey will make an opening for himself. Mario, he's waiting for openings and he's waiting to take advantage of them, if that makes sense to you. So that's why like Mario's going to be waiting all night. Mario's going to be waiting all night. There's not going to be any openings because Corey's going to be creating his own openings. So I think those are some good picks. I'm not sure what the chat's saying because I got the picks pulled up, but can we get into Nick Diaz and Sean Strickland maybe? Let me get into the Nick Diaz thing.
We covered the card. Yeah.
Okay, so the thing about Nick Diaz, by the way, everybody run up the likes on the stream because you're about to get the one and only Nick Diaz take from me. Run up the likes on the stream. Shit. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, but I'm not even pressed about that right now. So there's been conflating reports. Let's just put it like this, all right? Nick's girlfriend or wife, insinuating, she's not saying anything specific. She insinuating that Nick has relapsed. Okay, so she posted.
We knew that was gonna happen.
Right, and so because we gotta do we're doing context clues here because nobody's saying shit. So allow me. Number one, I think that the photo she posted of Nick is recent because another photo of Nick recently surfaced and he looks just as skinny. And so I think that's why we haven't been seeing Nick, because Nick is going back to being skinny and shit like that. And just on that skinniness alone, I don't know what's going on, but it's giving. Nick doesn't like to be fat, and Nick will almost even use to go back to his skinny physique. I think Nick likes being the skinny looking. I think that's the look he prefers. I think he almost goes to drugs for that. He doesn't like the weight on his face, right? He got a little bit of body dysmorphia from his fighting career. He likes to be really skinny. So I think he's back on the drugs and he's looking super skinny. That's number one. Number two, he's left Kayla and Martin Sano. Okay, so Martin Sano and Kayla and Nick, they're still pretty much living together. But I can't say that Nick is using, but it looks like he is.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing I've heard is that Nick left them because he's afraid that Martin or somebody's going to kidnap him again and take him to rehab. So what does that tell you? He might be using, right?
A little paranoid.
Yeah, and the other thing I would say is nobody take him to rehab. Nobody save him. You know, and it sounds really, really bad to say, but I think you can understand, and I'm just a bit of a harsh guy, and I say this with love. You got to let him die if that's what he wants. Because he puts this thing over everybody's head. If you leave me alone, I'm just going to die. I'm just going to use and die. Okay, then let's just run this experiment then, Nick, because you fucking up everybody's life, including yourself. And this little thing that you do of like, well, don't let me be by myself or I'm going to die because I'm going to OD, right? You're making it last longer too. Just die then. Or face yourself with the situation, realize that you're a pussy and you don't want to die, and then get your shit together. But like, you're fucking up everybody's life. And like, you need to run the experiment instead of fucking threatening it constantly. Or making people feel like you're going to do that because of your lack of care. You know, that's the only way he's going to get better. It's not by somebody dragging him to rehab. You know that. You know that. And so that's why I say it harshly, where it's like, maybe the only thing that'll get him to rehab is facing himself with a death consequence and saying, I don't want to die. Okay, well then if I don't want to die and I want to live my life, there's only one other way to do it. Tell me I'm capping though. Tell me I'm a fucking asshole. Tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, that's harsh. But I think, you know, you have experience with, you know, addicts, you know, just within family members. And so, you know, as I do. So I get where you're coming from.
And I say some of it as a figure of speech. You have to test it. You can't. Okay. Should we just live? What's the option? Should we just live and treat Nick like a baby and be like, nope, he can't do anything for himself because he's going to kill himself?
No, I get that.
Or does Nick need to be faced with it and make up his fucking mind instead of putting his problems on everybody else? It's not somebody else's problem to keep Nick alive. That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, like, it's not these other people's responsibility.
It's 100% true.
It's his responsibility to keep himself alive. So, like, I don't know why we play this game of like, oh my God, like people need to be around Nick. Nick needs 24/7 care. I don't know, bro. You know what I mean?
Well, it sounds like even this other Kayla's what, his wife or his girlfriend?
His wife.
And she's doing drugs. It sounds like
apparently
she's doing drugs.
She's sober, but these people are weird because like I can't tell you for sure, but I hear
she used to do drugs.
I hear she still does drugs, but she claims she's sober.
So I mean,
like she posted on her story yesterday, 10 years sober. But it's with an asterisk. I don't think she's 100% sober. I think she drinks. Or maybe she's sober from hard drugs. Or maybe she drinks, but she doesn't. Or maybe she doesn't drink, but she does coke. Like, it's a weird type of sobriety that she's talking about.
Right. Okay. So 10 years sober, his wife is claiming, but he's still looking tweaked out. I mean, a lot of tweaker moves are happening.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of tweaker moves are happening. You know what I mean? Tweaker looks, tweaker lifestyle. How's that? Yeah. Like it all comes with this like chaos. And Yeah, but I mean, you're what you're saying is like a lot of hard love. You know what I mean? Because I get it too. Like, it, sometimes you are you're enabling addicts. You know what I mean?
And
Like keeping
that's what Nick
like keeping
actually
going
gets
back.
people to do. He gets people to enable him by threatening that he's not healthy to live on his own and shit.
Yeah, you're using it as a manipulative tool almost.
Tactic, you know?
Yeah,
And it's not
yeah,
right for anybody.
yeah.
So
There is that really good movie with Timothy Chalamet and Steve Carell about addiction, where his son was you watch that? His son was a heroin addict,
mm-mm.
and his dad's trying to help him, dude. His dad's trying to like get him sober. His dad's moving him in, and then like Timothy just cannot, like, he just keeps fucking up. And there's a scene there where he goes in the house and is like, dude, dad, I just need like $100. And they meet up. He's like, dude, I can't give it to you. I just can't. And the son just blows up at him like, dude, you don't fucking love me, blah, 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 blah. But a typical addict, you know what I mean? A typical addict of like throwing it back on them, like, you know, just to get high, just to go get high. You're willing to burn all your bridges, man. A beautiful boy. Yep. Yep.
So
Jew.
so let me I'll even add to that real quick and just say so if there was anybody who could do anything, right? And who has all the resources in the world to do anything, it would be Nate, no?
Yeah, you would
But Nate
think.
not doing much, right?
Well, I mean,
Nate letting almost doing what I'm saying, which is Nate's letting Nick run his course if that's what he wants. Because I feel like Nate realizes that's the only way. And I say all that to say, if there was something to be done, let me put it in a simpler term. If there was something to be done, don't you think Nate would be doing it?
yeah,
That's
you
his
would
brother,
think.
right? Right? And there's no way we could say that Nate doesn't love his brother. After all the shit Nick talked about him, even in the DMs to me, Nate still flew out to Vegas and went and saw his brother fresh out of rehab. You know, so I'll say this again. If there was something to be done, don't you think Nate would be doing it? But
Yeah, I would.
Nate's not doing anything, right?
Right.
So I think that says it all. And I know I said it more harsh, but I think Nate is doing exactly what I just said. He's letting Nick run his course because there's no help. Unless Nick wants to call him and say, "Hey, bro, I'm ready. I want some help."
It's funny because
then Nate would help him.
it's funny because I think about all the times my brother like kind of fucked me over, both of my brothers, in dealing with addiction. And you reach those moments where you're like, I just can't anymore. I just can't. You know what I mean? Like you can't keep giving in when that person is not is taking. It's just
That's the
taking.
behavior of addicts, and that's why
100%.
like I get it now because and like I said, I have a family member who's like this, right? And so like I get it now. I used to tell people like when my family would be like, no, you got to let him hit rock bottom. I'd be like, bro, that is fucked up though. That is fucked up. Now I see it. Now I see why that had to happen to him. Because
It's
as
a
long as people are there,
yeah.
to
Yep.
him, to them, you are just that crutch. You are
Yep.
a list of 10 people to call when you're broke and you need drugs, and that's all you are to them.
Yep.
You think you're helping them, but you're not. You're just a list of
100%.
people that will keep enabling their behavior. And until all
It,
those people are gone, they will never seek help.
That's true. That is true because and there's layers to that, right? There's a lot of levels to it. Like you could have level 1, level 2, level 3. You're talking like level 10, right? Where you just get to a point where it's like, dude, this is now it's now shame on me. Because I keep doing this and we keep getting back to the same point. And like you just said, you keep recycling this thing with me. And you got to be put in a position where like you're gonna have to learn how to do this somehow. And that's how addicts can use that as a manipulation. Oh, so you want me back out on the streets? You don't know what's gonna happen to me, and it's like, dude, like I can't do this anymore with you, bro. Like I'm sad to say this.
Right. And so
Those are hard decisions.
yeah, and so I'll read a couple of chats real quick, but Tony says Nate Schmate, sober schmober. Jew says only so much Nate can do. And I'm saying that to say though, all you guys who are mad at me for what I'm saying, I believe Nate agrees with me. I said it in a harsh way, but I said it to get the point across, bro. Now, Jew says to a certain point they lose their minds too beyond repair. But I want to read C Blue because I don't really agree with C Blue. But C Blue's coming from the heart, and I think that this is a tough conversation that needs to be had because we're having a real conversation. And C Blue says, nah, bro, don't ever give up on the homies. If Nick's in a bad spot, they got to take him back to rehab again. That's Nick needs to be taken back to rehab like he needs meth. Nick needs to take himself to fucking rehab. It's small little things that people miss, you know? No one needs to take Nick back to rehab. That didn't work the first time. He needs to take himself to rehab. And that's why you got to give up on him. Do we see? Do we see why we need to give up on Nick? Because it's not about us, it's about Nick. You know? And so he says it's an overall process and a battle, so he may need support again and again, needs more help. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. A lot of people just don't have experience with addicts. You know?
Yeah, that's
but until
true
you
too.
do, because addicts' behavior is so unfathomable. You know, one time I'll give you an example, my family member, right? One time I had a blunt, a cigar, and I was gonna take him home, right? I'm like, yeah, you know, our time's done kicking it. I'm gonna take you home now, right? He's trying to bum off of me because he don't got no money. He wants cigarettes, but he don't got no money. So he's like, can I have the blunt? Can I take the blunt with me? No shame, no shame. You already know
that's
that.
that's straight tweaker.
Yeah.
I get it.
And then I say, no, it's my last blunt. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm gonna roll this up later. I don't want to go back to the store. And then he goes, why can't I have it? And I said, cause like I bought it. You know, it's mine. You go get one if you want. And he goes, you can buy another one. I said, well, shit, you go buy one then.
Trying to twist it on you.
You go fucking buy one. Telling me I could afford one, but you can't, so I got to give you my last shit. No, homie, why don't you fix your fucking life? I'm already picking you up, smoking you out, buying you food. Now you want a fucking blunt too? Anything else you want for the road? You know, and that's the type of behavior that's just so unfathomable, though. I could have never believed that they would say something like that to me. You could go buy another one. It's not about that, bro. It's about the principle of you being a soft ass 24/7. You know? And so, just an example of people can't fathom addict behavior unless you've been around one.
Well, yeah, and I can even think about my own brother. Like, man, there's been multiple times my brother was staying with me, didn't have the place to live. My mom called me and was like, dude, like, if you don't let him stay with you, he's gonna be homeless. We don't know what he's gonna be doing. Just like, you know, try to let him stay with you for a little while till he cleans up. And I'd be like, all right, you know, I'll do that. But then money would be missing. And then I'd be like having a serious conversation with my brother, like, bro, what, bro? Like, you out of everybody you're gonna steal from me? Out of everybody you're gonna steal from me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, dog. You know, I would never do that. I'd never do that, bro. You're the only one. You were the only person in here. We haven't had nobody else over. Who else can I? Oh no, you know, blah blah blah. Well, you know, I'm gonna go do always something, bro. Kick him out. Wouldn't see him for like months. And something would happen like with one of his kids or like a birthday party, and we would see each other, and I'd be like, all right, man, like,
you don't hate him.
Nah, but it'd be hard.
Him,
yeah, exactly. It'd be that. And thankfully, my brother was able to kind of get out of it. Thankfully, I was able to get out of it. You know what I mean? So, like, believe me, I'm going on a year sober. So I get it. I get it.
Yeah. And so, you know, I know it's tough.
The homies in the chat, like, you're talking to, like, even myself, you're talking to a real life addict. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going on 1 year sober. Like, I know exactly what this means, what it entails, what it does.
And so,
but you're right. You gotta help yourself first.
Right. It comes from yourself. It doesn't come from other people. Now, I would also just add to this because BBJ in Injury Recovery, he made this post yesterday. And it was like refuting, like, oh, you know, Nick is doing good. He got out of the grips of Martin and Kayla, right? Their death spell. He's sober and he's just distancing himself from them. And Kayla is framing it so to make it seem like there's an issue. Listen, and I guess that message came from Nick's mother. Because BBJ in Injury Recovery, he's Nick's coach and shit like that. So he has a relationship with the mom. So he texted the mom when Kayla posted the photo and shit, insinuating Nick's back on drugs. And he's like, hey, do you have an update on Nick? And the mom was like, Nick's doing good. Don't believe Kayla, blah, blah, blah. Apparently the mom got fooled by Nick. Typical addict behavior.
100%.
You know, so Nick has these decoys in place that will, you know, answer his mom's call and say, because Nick's mom's like, his sober living coach says he's fine. You know, so Nick he does these things to make sure all the bases are covered. And it's not true though. Nick isn't doing fine because BBJ in Injury Recovery came out. And he's like, you know, that's a lie. Nick's doing good. Nick is not doing good. What camera should I look in? Nick is not doing fucking good. He's back on the sauce most likely. You know, and so. he could be headed for his deathbed still, or rehab. But I think that's the choice that he's come to. He's forcing it upon himself. And
Any
wait,
addict.
and just to add one more time though, he left Martin and Kayla, or sorry, Martin and Kayla, he left them because he has a fear that they're gonna take him to rehab. So that's the whole thing. But Nick isn't doing good. And apparently I heard that like Nick's mom has been in contact with Kayla, and there's been some apologies made to Kayla, right? Because Nick is the master manipulator of everybody.
Mm.
And so he gets everybody, you know, that's why nobody knows what's going on. And that's why I'm here to try to tell you guys, listen, I know BBJ and Injury Recovery came out with that statement. You know, he got played because Nick's mom got played because Nick's playing everybody. Nick is back on the sauce, and we do need to be worried about Nick. He's not doing good. So that's the final verdict. Like, I know people are probably wondering now, like, you know, Kayla came out and said this, BBJ refuted it, and he had these text messages from Nick's mom. So that's got to be good as gold. It's not good as gold. Nick is still struggling. You know, there's a chance that he has fucking relapsed.
Mm-hmm.
I've been told by like 3 different people he's relapsed. So I don't know how many more, you know? Well, actually, no, I haven't been told by 3. I've been told by like 1. But Kayla be insinuating it. But I did ask Kayla multiple times, has he relapsed? And she won't fucking answer it. So that's the truth there. I have been in contact with Kayla, and she won't answer whether or not Nick has relapsed. You know? But I keep saying, I hope he's healthy.
Well, I think we said even 6 months ago when all this was kind of starting again, like when he got out of rehab, like I think he's been fighting this addiction for a while, and then this chemistry of these other people that it's involved in his life is like, it's just so toxic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I would also just add that he hasn't been like caught in the public eye for a few months, like
Right.
quite a few months, like probably since like April or something like that. Is that not a telltale sign?
I mean, you would hope that, hey, he's just getting his life together, but now you're hearing these other stories. So when there's smoke, there's, a lot of times there's fire.
He disappears, he pops back up again all
Last
skinny.
time we saw this, all of a sudden you saw that video in him in Las Vegas smoking yayo on the street corner of Vegas.
Yeah. So everybody, prayers up for Nick. And I just want to say though that like, yeah, Nick isn't some guy to like be trying to make a buck off of and get clout off of these days. And I know people are gonna think that I be doing clout chasing off of Nick. No, I feel like I inform the people of what the real truth is at the end of the day. And if it comes with views, it comes with fucking views. It's because I'm doing, I think, a decent job at informing the people. And like an authentic, genuine job of doing it. But I'm talking about the people who are clout chasing off Nick are the people who like paid him like to do public appearances in Vegas and like sign shirts and shit like that and take photos with people. Like that's some gay ass shit, bro. You guys are enabling this guy. I'm just saying, like you guys don't care about his health. You just want to play off his name too, don't you?
Here's my thing. I think that for the past couple of years, when was that video when he was smoking in Vegas?
It was like December of 24.
Yeah, so we're going on almost 2 years, right? Before that, we knew there was something going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so there's been this like past 3 to 5 years, this energy of basically him being a tweaker at the end of the day. Like honestly, in my heart, I want the man to like, be able to be sober and be healthy and be clean. But every time you hear a story, it sounds like, it's a tweaker lifestyle for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I can only wish him the best. And but I said this last time, I have a feeling we're going to hear in the future, something's going to come up again. And it seems like it's coming up again. Like this new round, this isn't the end of the story. I promise you in like 2 to 3 months, we'll be on here for everybody's listening. Oh, did you just see this? Did you just hear this? This happened to Nick. Nick's in jail. Nick overdosed. Something not like in a good way.
Because it's reaching the end result. Like there's, you can only burn bridges for so long, bro.
And you can only be a tweaker. You can only be a drug addict for so long too, to eventually where it catches up to.
Yeah. So
Prison, death. Those are like the two things.
Yeah, let me read out Tux's donos because he says they didn't get read out. Okay, Tux goes, nah, Perry. Look at Bam Margera. Never give up. But what you guys miss is it's not about other people and Nick. It's about Nick. Nick has got the most love and care in the world. Like, it's not about giving up on him. Nick has given up on himself. And Nick can go find the help anytime he wants it. The problem is he don't want it. You know, so
I mean,
never give up. It's like, bro, like, listen, it's not the other people. Okay, let's put it like this. It's not from lack of trying. All these people have tried. What do you mean never give up? Like, it's not because they've given up. He's in this position, in a sense, because they haven't given up on him yet, and they probably needed 2 years ago. Like we said earlier, enabling. This is kicking the can down the road. It's not fixing anything.
Yeah. This isn't the first story about this. Yeah, for sure.
No, and then Tux also says, bro wants to kill Nick Diaz. I do not. But it's just, if I don't say it the way I say it, the message doesn't get across. No one's gonna understand the real magnitude of what I'm trying to say. When I say give up on Nick, no one's gonna know what I really mean by that. I mean, he needs to be faced with a life or death choice and choose what he wants.
Right. I mean, any drug addict, you're gonna get to that point.
He's begging everyone to let him make the choice too. I mean, is he not? His actions don't say, let me make the choice for myself. Stop thinking for me. Stop trying to be me. Let me make the choice for myself. Let him. He was in rehab for a year. Let him.
Yeah.
He wants to. He's asking everybody, get off my fucking dick. If Nate is not doing anything, no one should.
It's very telling, right? It's very telling.
Because Nate knows.
Yeah.
We know. And so I love you, Tux. I love you, Tux. But at the end of the day, you know, I'm actually saying all this stuff. People may not realize it, but I'm saying this stuff for Nick to get better. This is what you need to hear to get better in a way.
Well, you have to have tough love. Very tough love.
So it's like
for any addict.
You know,
for any addict.
Addicts require that.
They do require that.
They require that. The fucking coddling, they only see that as a way to take advantage of you in the future.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, it's like, come on. So it's all good though. It's a good conversation to have. Tony South says, Nick is happy doing fighter meetings at Applebee's. Let's pack out Nick at his next fighter appearance. IGBBMN. Tony says, prayers for Nick though, whatever side of the story is true. Are you still asking what side of the story is true after I told you which side of the story is true?
I think he's saying like for whatever side of the story is true.
Okay.
Prayer to Nick.
But for everybody, one more time for the record, Nick is not doing good. He's relapsed. Is Nick still connecting with Jake Shields? Jake can't straighten him out? No, Jake's another one of those clout chasers.
And I think too, like this story, I have a feeling in a week or two we're gonna hear other little things come out, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is just one string that's being pulled and information's coming out. I mean, where there's smoke, there's fire. Like BJ Penn, like believe me, this won't be the last time we'll hear about this.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's read out Real Playa, even though he real goofy. But Real Playa says, bro, y'all so goofy, bro. Y'all don't even know Nick. You know nothing about this. Nick is a real player. Nick's doing fine, bro. You're goofy. You won't read these chats because you know I'm right. I know you use chat, big dog. Okay, so we read them all. And there's no point to even respond. People can make up their mind. They could believe real goofy in the chat or they could believe me. You know, it's entirely up to you. I'm not pressed about it. I'm just relaying the message.
That's what I feel like Terrence McKinney was. He was impressed. Full circle. All right, what's next?
So he says, yeah, what MTK said.
Sean Strickland, Bud Light.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of touched on it earlier, but
because I got like 10 minutes.
Yeah, we can end it very soon. Strickland, Bud Light. It's pretty hypocritical. Strickland basically saying, you know, these guys spend billions of dollars on advertising, $6 billion to be exact. And obviously, like, alcohol is a destructive thing to a lot of Americans.
Right.
And Bud Light capitalizes off of that destruction, off of that addiction, you know?
Let me
And
see if
then
I
for
can
them
play
to
it. I
just
wonder if you can hear it if I can
condemn
play
him is
it.
crazy.
Can you hear this?
No, I can grab my phone and play it real quick if you want me to.
Oh, you can't hear it? Because
No,
I
you
thought
want
I
me to
had to
grab my
connect.
phone?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second.
Can you guys hear it in the chat? I mean, Sean Strickland was speaking facts. No, I don't think you homies can hear it in the chat. No, all right. I had my the mixer connected, and sometimes you could hear it off the device. Let me see. It shows it shows that it's up too. He's gonna play it off his phone though. All right, at least you guys let me know. I tried. That's like that sugar no Kool-Aid, peanut butter no jelly. Strickland no audio. Hey, but anybody talking about addiction, that Beautiful Boy, that's a really good movie. Oh, you got the sweater on now. Okay. Well, we had a wardrobe change.
Yeah. It's getting cold in here.
You must have the AC on.
Yeah, I got the AC on.
It's warm outside.
Fucking hot. It's like 90s today. Okay, let me play it before my phone dies.
Hog no me.
Oh yeah, Connor hasn't been jacking off.
Oh man.
Connor ain't been jerking. Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm but that doesn't mean you can't sleep with your wife though.
Yeah, I think he hasn't been. I think he said that.
That he
But
hasn't
I
been
also
sleeping
see
with it.
everybody dying because Connor been like how many weeks in a year? 54. Everyone clipping that up. Even like I've been seeing it everywhere. Like on the media day, everyone's like 54 weeks in a year, let's go. And like Franklin in my latest video, Franklin, one of the viewers, one of the members actually, Franklin was commenting and he's like 54 weeks in a year. Like everyone's quoting Connor there.
That's the hashtag.
For the record, there's 52 weeks in a year.
And I've been thinking about Dustin a lot. I reached out to him and he put some things in perspective to me because, like, my initial thought was kind of angry, condescending, and I really had to work through that. I said, man, why did it make me so angry? And let me tell you why. Bud Light has spent $6 billion. $6 billion. The pool party, the hot girls, the guy on the horse with the flag. I never got that version of that. This bottle to me represents hell. The version I got was my dad getting home at 4 o'clock, grabbing a cold beer and becoming a fucking monster. Potentially ruined my life. Ruined his life. It ruined his dad's life and his dad before him. This bottle to me represents a lot of misery. And so whenever I see people use it,
and I know it goes without saying, but Bud Light profits off of all that misery, off of all that torment.
Well, of course, yeah.
That fathers that happens sometimes.
Addiction. This goes back to addiction.
Exactly.
That's my own flaws as a man, and I got to work past that. And there's so many Americans that drink this, and they love life. They go play catch with their son, and I love that. But sadly, that's not the case. A lot of Americans are fucked up. They don't have to go to the dealer on the corner. They could just walk into the supermarket and buy as many of these as they want. And for the Americans that don't abuse it and they just are living life, I wish you the best. But what made me so mad is just, talking to Dustin and hearing things through the grapevine. I heard that Bud Light might let Dustin go. And let me tell you, that is the most un-American fucking thing you can do. You spent $6 billion creating an addict, creating someone that wants to grab this every time he's having a bad day and bring out the worst in him. And in his lowest time, you're contemplating letting him go. That is the most un-American fucking thing you could do. But like, if you want to represent America, you stand by him and you help him. That's fucking American. You guys.
I love how there's no more fake shit in the world. You can't, because
But-
that's so fake, trying to act like you're actually holier than thou when you're the culprit. It's the definition of throwing rocks and hiding hands. And actually, it is disgusting. Just I want to hear your take too, but it is disgusting. And I think you're worse, to be honest with you. I think you're worse for not sponsoring Dustin for that than like if you were to continue the sponsorship. I think it says worse things about you to drop him as a sponsor. And like last thing is like that's the definition of throwing rocks and hiding your hands. If Bud Light's really gonna drop Dustin, you want that thing to happen that Dustin did. You want that. You bank on that to make your sales every year, every quarter. So what the fuck you tripping about? Don't be fake. You like what just happened. You want more people to be like Dustin, so you should sponsor him, right? Because that's the real definition of the demographic you want. These people with no control. Not that Dustin's really like that, but he had a bad moment. But I'm just saying, to drop him is so hypocritical. That's what you want, and I love that Strickland said that.
Oh, I love that Strickland said that because he's what is that saying? Calling the kettle black.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean because it's ironic, right? The paradox of like, hey, this is what your product end result is. But they don't want to look in the mirror. That's something they don't want to face. They don't want to bring up. They don't even want to mention that their product does that. No, what their product does is we make you have a good time. That's
Quote,
what they're
unquote.
selling you on. Right. Quote unquote. That's what they're selling you on. But they know on the back end that it's killing people. They know that it's killing people, but the proceeds just keep coming in. It's almost like the before when cigarettes, like they used to sell you on the fact that they were healthy for you.
Yeah.
Like during the 70s, right? And then they had to literally put a warning on the label of a cigarette saying, hey, this causes cancer. They couldn't sell you on the fact of like this. So, I mean, there's a deep discussion that goes with a lot of products that are marketed to consumers on making you feel good, making you feel better. But the end result is something completely different. Like you're playing with the devil.
Right. And let's take it a step further. You know, when they do these quarterly meetings and stuff to try to increase profits and sales and stuff, you know, they go over these advertising campaigns, right?
Of course.
And I think it's worth saying that I'll take it a step further and say that they play on the weakness of Americans through these campaigns. I would think that, like, if you think that they're not doing that, you would be naive. You know, I think that basically they will look at psychologically manipulating the viewers through campaigns, you know, and they'll target certain audiences, you know, low-income families, like certain demographics, right? White trailer trash areas, maybe black areas.
Well, they know exactly what they're doing.
No, I know, and that's what I'm saying though. It's
to
like
a science.
And they will target
it.
They will target it though,
yeah.
and they will spend more advertising in certain poor regions, right, than they will in other regions where it's not going to click off as much. So like, yes, they spend advertising to like, you know, hype it up, but they also spend advertising to directly exploit addicted Americans. They are actively, like, they are the antithesis of America, to be honest. Like, is that what America is? Being degraded through alcohol and torn down? Because that's what these companies want. And that's what they have to want in order to make the most money possible every year. If they don't want that, then they're directly like hurting their business.
Yeah,
because it's going to reduce in profit sales. So just understand that, like, what Sean is saying is super deep. Sean's saying that they don't just advertise it to Americans. They advertise it to the worst, lowest class of Americans, and they want to make their problems worse by giving them this. And then they disguise it as if it's some fun thing to get girls, go throw a pool party, you know, but they know what they're doing. And so that's one of the more important things that I feel like needs to be said is it's devilish behavior. It's actually devilish behavior.
And there's an opportunity here, right? For like even Dustin. It's funny because there's going to be two sides of the coin. You're going to have the guys like, I think it was Dan Hooker be like, it's Father's Day. He can't go do that. Like, that's his right? But then you have the other side of the coin of like Dustin talking about his own family addiction. Now you're making it, he made a life choice that kind of put the light under him in his own troubles. And maybe, I don't know if he's addicted or not, you know what I mean? But he had a bad moment, like you said. Sean's going another step further, talking about his family addiction and what it's done to him and how it's teared his family apart, you know? The bigger question is can Dustin take this moment and say, no, I was representing the wrong brand. No money or money. I'm going to take a hard look and take a stand and say, no, that's not what I want to represent anymore. Because what harm am I doing to the community? That's why, like, I take issue with people like LeBron James advertising McDonald's. You were a multi-billionaire. Millionaire. Do you think LeBron James is eating McDonald's?
No, I don't.
He has a personal chef. LeBron James is eating the cleanest, healthiest food that you could eat. But what are you doing? You're advertising and selling the worst food to the people that have the less amount of money.
The LeBron meal.
And so, you know, I could go in circles around this conversation about how many things we consume and the people that are advertising. When we saw Dustin on those UFC Bud Light commercials, they were fun. Hey, let's grab a Bud Light. But what are the end results? We're seeing the end results with Dustin at a very minimal penalty consequence. You know, that's what Sean's talking about. We're not seeing the fathers that come home and beat their children, that are going in this vicious cycle of anger and just drinking and never, just super unhealthy relationships of kids growing up, you know, like that. I think that's even a deeper question of like, how do you now help solve the problem?
I really like that. You completely, and this is why we don't actually pay MTK no bucks. But this is why we pay MTK the big bucks. For these moments right here. I just have to say it. I always do have to say it when the time comes, but it's like, this is what I saw in MTK. This is why what MTK said right there is why I wanted him on in the very first place years ago, because it takes like that, you know? And,
but you got to understand, like, I am a true life addict, bro.
Yeah,
like I've been fighting this for 20, I've been fighting this for 20 years of my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've almost thrown my life away because of this.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but I like it. You say he should flip the script and say, you know what?
Yeah.
On second thought, I don't want to represent you. You
100%.
You are the taint. I'm not even the taint. You are 100%. The taint. 100%. You are the tainted puss. No, I like that though. I like that. I think Bud Light should make some statement, be like, "No, we're gonna stand by Dustin," and then I think Dustin should be like, "Hey, I appreciate it, but no thanks, man. No thanks. Yeah. No thanks."
Well, these companies aren't gonna go and do like a campaign to like educate people on like, hey, why you shouldn't drink. Let me tell you why you shouldn't drink.
No, but just don't act holier than thou and drop Dustin when he says the N-word and tries to fight, you know?
Yeah. And that's
gay as fuck.
Yeah,
because that's what you are.
It's a double-edged sword. Yeah.
That's like me. You know how I'm like edgy and like, you know, I say crazy shit. Imagine if you said something like sexual and I'm like, nah, that's too much for me. That's too much for me.
Not on this podcast.
You'd be like, bro, you opened the door for it. I thought that's what we're allowed to do on here. Yeah. And I would have to be like, you know what? That's true. You know what I mean? I did open the door for that. That's what it's like, though. It's so hypocritical for Bud Light if they do choose to do that.
You're right.
Tuxedo goes, Perry.
They most likely will. And it's because of the image is now captured of him being aggressive. You can't erase that image.
You can't erase it, but
and they don't want
not better than that. Bud Light creates those moments.
And so they're attached, their image, right, is what they're protecting.
Yeah.
They're protecting that Bud Light symbol. So, and they can't have that.
Yeah. Tux goes, well, thank you for the $2 donos, Tux. Tux has the best donos. He says, Perry, you need anger management therapy. Perry is addicted to the za. Pray for Perry. Shit, I guess I am addicted to the za.
He said, bro, I got an ad and came back to you're the tainted puss.
Hey, that's
Clip
that's
that-
why
clip
you
that
always
bitch,
gotta tune
Tony.
in.
Tony, clip that bitch.
That's why you always gotta tune in because
Hey,
I
you know
be
what we're gonna
saying
start
crazy
doing with them,
shit.
bro? The
Huh.
homies in the chat, they gotta start clipping, bro. And we'll go viral.
I know.
Like they should just clip and drop on X and tag us, and we'll just like repost. One of them will go viral, bro.
Shit, you
Like
guys
just
heard
imagine
MTK.
like just tainted in the puss, like it just was on a loop. Tainted in the
And then I'll even be reposting shit. We got one person
Yeah.
who does it, Max Energy, who was the first person who came in chat today. Shout out Max Energy. He be doing it.
Shout out, Mac.
He actually also wait, you like music, right? MTK? Wait, sorry, I know you
Well,
probably do
yeah.
have to go. And we could, that Strickland topic is done. But wait, we got to listen to the homie literally wrote a song for me, multiple songs.
Oh, so what he needs to do is create a drop for you.
He got the drop. It's on SoundCloud.
All right. All right.
So I'm gonna play it for you.
Oh, you guys did on SoundCloud. Hey, so we got like who did remember how DC and Chael Sonnen would have like the intro?
Yeah.
Who else has it? John Anik has like an intro, right?
Yeah.
And Sean O'Malley, I think, has
Or
an
like-
intro.
You know, First Take, Lil Wayne did the intro
Right.
for First Take.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. This is kind of like that. You ready?
All right. What city is he from?
He got a bunch of songs. Max Energy, where you from, homie? Hold on. Hang on, there's a few. We got to find the right one.
Okay. And what's his name? Max Energy? I guess I ask every artist this, like, who produced the beat? That's my number one question all the time.
I think he says he makes his own beats.
All right, so hey, he's producing the beats too.
Yeah, but listen to, he does go crazy here. He does go crazy here.
All
You
right.
ready for it?
I can't hear anything.
Damn, Zoom is fucked. Wait, it says playing. It says playing music? Question mark. Okay, I'll play it on I'll play it on SoundCloud real quick. Let's go SoundCloud. What's it called? Perry Punch. Yeah, the first one does go pretty hard. Okay. Wait, why the fuck doesn't it play? Let me share. I guess we're fucked, homie. I can't figure.
Send me the link. I'll listen to it though.
All right, I'll send you the link. I'll actually send it to you right now so I don't forget. Shout out to Max Energy though. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much the show. So you got any like closing statements or anything like that?
You know, let's Max Holloway knockout.
Max Holloway knockout.
Yep.
Okay.
Send Conor McGregor back to retirement.
And the winner of Patty BSD, you think they should like fight?
Oh, I did want to bring
Ilya or
this.
something?
Patty. So someone asked him about the question about the eye poke,
Mm-hmm.
and he said he was eye poke, but he goes, he hit me a lot too, though. He goes, I'm not going to cry over that.
Okay. Okay. I think all Patty's saying is in the next one, watch the eye pokes. I think that's pretty much all he's saying. He's not saying I lost because of the eye
Yeah.
pokes, but he's just saying he's almost saying it because he's like, don't eye poke me in the next one and let's see if I can win. So he's kind of teetering that line. He's
And
kinda
I would say
saying it,
that-
but he's not saying it.
The winner honestly needs to fight Armin.
Well, who does Gaethje need to fight? The winner of so does Gaethje fight the winner of Max versus Conor, or because that's what he's trying to set that up right now. Or
Right.
does
Well,
he
if
fight
Conor
Arman?
wins, that Conor wins, right? That's the conversation. It's a conversation for sure.
But is it?
And if I'm Justin, I want the payday.
Yeah. Is it a conversation though with Max too? Because
But
that rematch.
Conor, but here's the thing: Conor can't win by a decision.
Yeah.
Conor has to get a knockout. If without knockout, it's a moot point.
Now,
Don't talk to me.
okay, fine. But with the Max Holloway win, is there a conversation?
Well, I mean, he
You know,
did.
look at the way the script is
He did
flipped.
knock out. He did knock out Justin, and Justin would want it back.
Right, and remember that was for the BMF
And this is
title.
for the belt.
Yeah, so they
they
fought for
could
the
hype that
BMF.
up. They could hype that up.
Now
They
Gaethje
could.
undisputed.
It was the most epic fight of all time. They could really sell that
Mhm.
for the real belt.
Max got knocked out by Ilya at 45, right? Gaethje beat Ilya at 55. They got the common opponent. Can there be some kind of craziness that happens here? Meaning like Max can still beat Gaethje, although Gaethje coming off the win over Topuria, who previously knocked out Max. There's like a lot of math and conversation.
Well, and I'm
to be
sure
had.
Justin wants to get that back. If I'm Justin, I'm like, bro, line that up.
Of course,
wanna
he
get
wants that back.
I want that win back.
Yeah. So, definitive answer though. Winner of Max Holloway, Conor McGregor for Gaethje next, or Arman?
No winner.
What do you do-
Arman fights the winner of BSD Patty.
Okay, so I mean I know, just allow this good conversation to take place. We're getting out of here as soon as possible, until I have nothing to say anymore. But because Patty's kind of talking some shit, right? And Patty's being like, Arman hasn't fought, and to be
I heard him
honest,
say that.
Patty's on his second fight already since Arman fought Dan.
Yeah.
And that's only one fight since beating Charles 2 years ago. So like, when does Arman's #1 contendership expire? Has it already? Patty
It's
goes out
expiring.
and he beats BSD off of the fight with Gaethje earlier this year. Like,
See, and I think
when
it's
does
too-
Arman get leapfrogged?
I
Because
think it's too.
I think that point is fair with the activity.
But I think it's too soon. Of let's say Justin Patty does win. I don't think they're just gonna let him run it right back with Justin when he just lost to him this year.
I agree with you. I think that the winner of BSD Patty should fight Ilya.
Okay, I like that too. I'm down for that too.
But so I still, with that being said, I still think that maybe Arman, just by the grace of God, can still get himself a title shot. But if Patty and Ilya fight before Arman returns to fight for the title, I answered my own question. Then his title shot is expired.
Oh, I agree with that.
#1 contendership is gone. You better return before Patty fights for a third time. That's it. You can have that title shot until Patty fights
or just
Ilya.
keep go shooting content with Nina.
And just retire or something.
Yeah, I mean, you're a content creator now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Tuxedo says, did you guys see Conor Murphy died? I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either.
Oh, he's a bodybuilder. I did see that, Tux.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that. Never mind.
Rest.
R.I.P. We both
Yeah.
reversed
We
that.
both had
real
that
quick.
full circle moment. Yeah, rest in peace to that guy. I don't know.
R.I.P.
I have no idea, but I saw a little reel.
Yeah.
Gaethje said, and want to get back Max and do Bronx. Would rather see BSD versus Arman over Patty versus Arman for real. Okay.
No, I'd rather see Patty and Armin because there's beef there.
There is beef there. All right. That's the stream, boys. Shout out to everybody who tuned in. Run up the likes
All right,
on the
homies.
way out. If you haven't liked the stream yet, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Should be a good card.
Yeah.
I think this was a good stream.
Get your popcorn ready. Get your popcorn
Yeah,
ready.
get your popcorn ready. Catch the replay.
And your Bud Lights. Grab your Bud Lights.
And your Bud Lights. Before we boycott their asses. All right, peace out, boys. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Tuxedo, for all the $2 donos, homie. Much appreciated. Let me just make sure I didn't miss
Texas.
Yeah, shout out to Tux from Texas. I didn't miss any, I don't think.
Whatever, call him TT. Tux from Texas.
Shout out to Tux though with all the donos. Perry the angriest pothead. I'm a Texas jit for real, dead ass. Yeah. My man Tux, thank you, homie.
No beef, Tony. No beef.
No beef. And I'll see you guys maybe this evening if you guys are lucky. Maybe this evening if you're lucky. All right, peace out, boys.